important when you're thinking about exporting to stop and consider your partnering opportunities. It's not always necessary for you to invest a great deal of money in opening offices, having staff, etc.
It can be possible to piggyback on an existing situation. Maybe, people who find a partner in the local market. It's important to get the right partner.
It's an easy way of de-risking it, provided you do your homework.
You're going to kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince, but when you do, you can build a very good relationship.
If you think about the processes, finding somebody you can trust, even like, align the expectations, both business and personal, and then go and build a plan together. And as a side note, once you've built a good plan together, be ready to throw it all away on day one if it doesn't work.
Generally, we engage DIT and ask them to recommend people who we then interview. It might be on the phone, or we might fly over and meet them. The other route is that we'll do a trade show. So again, DIT offer grants for that, which is great. So you can go and explore a new market with a trade show. Over a couple of days, you can get a whole pile of contacts, and you will get approached a lot by local people wanting to represent you. So that's another way that we do it.
But before you get into the situation, I've been a great advocate of talking to the local, how do you describe it, industry bodies, the Association of Publishers, Association of Advertisers. These are folk who gather, and their aim is to help. Their KPI is to bring new business into that market or to assist their members. So they're a really good sounding board, and I would urge that people do consider in your first few trips, have a meeting with them and say, this is what I'm trying to do, what do you reckon?
And most of the times, in my experience, the best agents and the best distributors have actually found us.
And I always trust them if they take me to a very good restaurant where they are. So you go and eat with them, and if they had a fantastic evening and a meal with them, they're fine, they're good, they know everything about the culture locally.
And once you're in, then they're relying on you to provide your specialist services and a good service both to the consortium and to the client. So when you've taken a big brother, you have to act like a really good little brother who looks up to the big brother and helps them deliver.
You need to align the expectation and the motivation. It simply doesn't work if on the first couple of deals you made quite a lot of profit and they didn't, and the other way around, by the way. It needs to be something that makes sense, at least long term, for everyone. In our case, we secure the channels. If we found a channel we like, we will secure them and say for the coming 6 months, you have a minimum guaranteed revenues coming from us. So they can relax and they can go and do the work. We see it as sunk cost. We see it as part of the investment put into the region.
All the time you're listening, and all the time you're trying to work in partnership with those agents, so that at the end of the day you can help them sell your brand.
And I think it's quite important that they represent your brand in the way that you want it represented.
As you build your reputation and get onto larger and larger projects, there is actually scale to set up your own office, and you've met enough people to know who you want to lead that office, which is a really critical factor. Who's going to be your representative thousands of miles away? You've got to trust them and know that they can do the business.
But the reward is also very interesting. It allows you to grow your business much faster where it works well.